Alright, hey guys, welcome back to the Totally Random Talk Show.
Yeah, we haven't had one for a while because we're all busy. I was on a trip. But now we're back and we're here together.
Yeah, so we are in the studio this time, and I know since we are a Totally Random Talk Show, this one is extra special. It's not a bonus, it's just special. We're going to do all random points.
Right now, instead of choosing them before. Yeah, so, let's get started here. Just look around the room a little bit.
Rabbits.
Okay. Write it down so we remember. And then, I don't know, backpacks.
School.
Nice. Okay. And then, trophies. However you spelled it.
Alright, and then, let's see, one last one. Glass.
Okay, so why don't we hop right into it? Let's see. Rabbits. Do you want to start?
Yeah, sure. I was actually at the pet store a couple days ago, and they had rabbits there. They were like, casual $30,
Yeah.
But apparently there are rabbits that are like $30,000.
Expensive.
So, honestly, I just don't really get why, because they look the same.
Yeah.
They, they had like white rabbits with red eyes that look scary, and black ones with little gray beady eyes, And those were $30. And then you see like $30,000 rabbits, and they're the same. White with red eyes, or like, some you've already seen before, and it's like, oh my gosh, why would I buy that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like the only reason those ones cost more is because they're like purebred. But does it really matter? Like, it really doesn't.
Exactly. Like, what is the difference? There is a difference, sorry. But, like, why do you need a purebred?
Yeah. It's way too expensive.
It's really confusing, But, I mean, it goes the same with all dogs, that is, as well. Because dogs, some of them are like, $500, which is pretty cheap for a dog. And then some of them are like $500,000.
Yeah.
And it's like, why? Because like all they are is a purebred dog, or like a poodle or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So my dad a while ago was looking at dogs. I don't know. He was convinced we were gonna get another one. My mom was not gonna have it. So, but he was looking at dogs and he found one for $10,000. And it was a 7-year-old dog. It's kind of crazy because of the breed the dog is, makes it more. Even though the dog probably would maybe live another 7 years at most, because they don't live too long, sadly. But it's like, it just seems kind of like a waste of money. You could get so many other things with $10,000 than a dog.
Exactly. And that brings us to our next point, kind of, which is backpacks.
Mm-hmm.
It goes along with how expensive animals are, and including rabbits. Like, there are cheap $2 backpacks. I have seen $2 backpacks before, and they look terrible. And then you have like $50, $100, $500 backpacks.
Mm-hmm.
But those are more for like hiking and things like that.
Yeah, and I've seen for some of those they're leather, which makes them more expensive, which makes sense.
Exactly. And I'd say there's different quality types of backpacks. You have High Sierra, and you have Nike, and you have all those other backpacks.
Mm-hmm.
I can't name any other ones right now because I'm not familiar with backpack brands. But they're all basically the same. They're just, the price is different.
Okay, yeah. And then, kind of relating to backpacks is school. I think school is interesting because some people, they really, like, I don't want to go to school, you know, like, school's worthless, but school kind of shapes who we are in the future, because whatever we learn and everything like that, and if you get good grades, you can go on to have a successful career. But it's like, not a lot of people take school seriously, I feel like. Maybe just because they don't want to go. But, yeah. School's important.
Yeah. So, honestly, I hate school as much as the next guy. I hate it so much. But it's honestly key. You know, you have to, if you want to get anywhere in your life, school is like the first thing you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess there's a bunch of different things to factor in. Like, if you want to work at a McDonald's the rest of your life, that's fine by me. But
yeah, you choose what you want to do, and if you really want a good job, then go to school.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Trophies. So, well, trophies are interesting because a lot of people give out participation trophies, which are basically worthless. Like, nobody wants a participation trophy. And so, I feel like with trophies, the only time you really want them is when you really earn them. Because it feels better than just getting one for being there. Because it's kind of a reminder of, oh yeah, we lost or something like that, you know? And
exactly.
I mean, even if it's not a competitive sport, like just casual kids soccer or something like that, it still feels bad to get a participation trophy because you know, losing does not feel great, even if it's just for fun. So
yeah. And I mean, like, you know, people get way too competitive over trophies and things like that. You know, like, it's literally just a plastic piece of garbage.
Sometimes metal, but that's rare.
Sometimes. But usually it's plastic. And, I mean, it's kind of worthless. All it is a reminder of something you won, which is pretty great, but, you know, people just get way too competitive over it,
mm-hmm.
and then it ends up worse.
Yeah, and there's also, like, trophies like the Oscars and stuff like that, you know. People get those awards for being good in movies and stuff like that, you know, but, and music too, but I feel like with those trophies, they're more of just like, I don't know, they're like, some music artists get a lot, and after a while they're just kind of like, what do I do with all these trophies? And also, like, and like Olympic gold medals and stuff, like, yeah, that's a great thing to have, but some people try and steal them and stuff just because they're worth money, because you earned them. I don't know, it just kind of seems like, yeah, I don't know,
yeah,
it's hard to think of what to say.
Yeah, and, well, that brings us to our last point today, is on, glass. And, it's actually quite cool, because glass is pretty much just sand. That's how glass is made.
Mm-hmm.
You smelt sand, and it creates glass. I'm sure we all know this. We've all played Minecraft before.
Yeah.
But, you know, in real life, it works too, because I've been to the beach in several different places, like the Caribbean or Oregon, and they all have, like, sand glass blowing companies all over the place, because they just scoop up sand, smelt it, and then they make really cool glass figured things, and it just looks really cool. And I'd be willing to try it someday. It's just super complicated.
It's tough. I saw a video on that one time, and it was interesting because they had to spin it around for a while and then mold it and then put it back in to heat the glass up again and everything like that. So it does take a while to do that, and it does take skill too. But I think what's interesting about glass is that glass isn't very clear. Like, it's a little bit clear, but it's not clear when it's just straight sand. So they add a little bit of like, I think some chemicals just to make it clear, but it's mostly sand. You're right. And for like colored glass, they use in maybe like chapels and stuff like that for stained glass. You can create art, and it also makes windows so that you can see outside without being cold.
Yeah. So I mean, glass is it's fascinating, you know, because they make vases out of it, and they make jars out of it, and they just make so many different things out of it. Like not even just windows, you know.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty much limitless what you can do with it. So, yeah. And well, that's all the points we have today. So,
yeah.
Anyways, take care, guys, and stay random. We will have more episodes on the way.
Yeah.
So, stay tuned.
Yep. 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 Okay. Anyways, stay random, and hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week.